mabega wa project eno gye tukola. Abantu mwena twabakira, twabasosora, kushomiziina, twenda kubamanyisa n'abantu abituje ntukola nabo, otherwise abagenyi mwena bari aha muri abantu b'amaani tubarecognizing. Thank you so much. There are more names that will come in. In the interim, we are having our breakfast prepared. When it's ready, we will have our ushers guide you through the table where you will have your breakfast. Thank you so much. Tugumikirizemu katono, we are waiting for our guest of honor. As soon as the guest of honor is here, we will definitely start. Nsaba Allah akkirize emirimo gyaffe n'ekigendererwa kino kye tuliko nti bwe tunaamalira project eno nga buli omu ategedde omulamwa guno ate buli omu agwejumbire. Assalamu alaikum.
I'll still come in with a few recognitions with some of the members of the supervisory committee. Some are not yet here with us. On the supervisory committee of the SACCO, we have Professor Katerega Badru, the Vice Chancellor of Kampala University. We have Haj Mayanja Chibirige, who is also not yet here with us. Haj Abdukarim Kalisa, who is here with us. Thank you for coming, sir. We also have Professor Ismail Jagenda, Rector IUIU. Sir, you're most welcome. We have Council Ali Kankaka. Thank you for coming in today. And then we have Sheikh Charimpa. I don't know whether he is here with us right now, but we will be recognizing him as he comes in. I thought you wanted to help me. All right, I would also like to recognize members of the Sharia Committee. We have Dr. Chisule, who is not yet here with us, I'm sure. We also have Dr. Ahmed Moses. We have Madame Nashinji Ramlad Rahmatullah. I think she is also not yet here. And then Dr. Engineer Adam Sebiti. If you're here, please wave. Thank you, sir, for coming in. Members of the vetting committee, we have Mr. Uchamzi Dungu. And then we also have Haji Seviri. Thank you for coming in. And myself, Husna Natkunda. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I would like to note some of the guests that have joined us this morning. I would like to recognize the presence of Mr. Kale Gazake, the Commissioner for Trade, Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. So you're most welcome. I'd like to recognize Professor Ismail Jagen in your own capacity as the Rector of IUIU. You're most welcome. Dr. Hafiz Walsimbi, IUIU. If you can wave to the public, thank you for coming in. Dr. Ahmed Moses, Sharia Supervisory Committee, I've already mentioned. Dr. Sentongo Ashat, thank you for coming in, sir. Haji Ali Chivirige, Chairman BMK Group. We saw him somewhere. Thank you, sir, for coming in. And other notable figures, we also have Haji Sauli Edrisa, has also joined us. So you can see the scope of the invite this morning. It has touched various sectors of this economy, and we would like to thank you profoundly for coming in, for sparing this time and being here with us. We will be telling you more about this initiative, but we would like to say much about it when we have officially opened the occasion. That's why we are pushing on slightly, and my team is working on a few documentaries that we have been putting together, such that we can hear some of the communiques that have been made for this purpose. The Imam of Chivuli Mosque, Sheikh Abdusalam Mutaba, is also here with us. Thank you for coming in. Hijaz Sauda Gaira. If Hijaz Sauda Gaira is around, thank you, Madam, for coming in. We are you're most welcome. We also have Dr. Kayongo Sowedi. I'm not supposed to read all of them because everyone who's here is very important in his capacity, but at least they are notable figures that cannot go without saying. Honorable Olega Ashraf from Yumbe, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for all your support this far. Mr. Ali Kachope, Oman Consulate, thank you for coming in. Mr. Walad De Ali, thank you for coming in as well. My sister, you're going to be coming in shortly with your multi-dimensional experience. Thank you so much.
Hello? Uh, I'd like to recognize Haji Luchams Dungu, who is our chairman, vetting committee. Haji Luchams, you're most welcome, sir. I'd also want to recognize Sheikh Adnan Chigundu. Sheikh Adnan Chigundu, Oliwa Sewo, you're most welcome, Sewo. I'd like to recognize Professor Sadat Semakula. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're welcome, Prof. I'd also like to recognize Haj Sebagala Mustafa Chigozi. Haj Sebagala Mustafa Chigozi. Where are you, Sebo? You're most welcome, Sebo. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. I'd also want to recognize Dr. Sowed Kayongo. Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just been informed that by 10:30 we will have our breakfast. By 10:30 we will have our breakfast. We'll have our ushers direct you to where our breakfast tables are. 10:30 we will have our breakfast. Thank you so much.
banyumi masumusi kwali masumusi ekyo yakikuta era kimujjako masumusi saniwe gwengugaja ngaotule wamuleka sobugenda kuzayo
Without the rest of one. You can't. There's lots of them. You cannot. That's why with the videos. What happened to the videos? This boy is really, I don't think that is serious. I wonder when we want to.
In the world where every business fails and struggles to survive, a country where no Muslim can have finances and investments without interest, did you know that the money you save in banks is used or invested in ventures that might not necessarily be acceptable? Hijaz Finance presents a system and a solution for you now. Please come, save and invest with Hijaz Finance. For you, the Muslim brother and sister, this is your ultimate solution. The risk is significantly small as it is interest-free. You know how this is important to you and your religion. Ladies and gentlemen, allow your money multiply and make profits for you without raising a finger. We are located at BMK House, Level 3, Room 305. Come for any inquiries. They'll be ultimately attended to.
When you visit our website, which is www.hijazfinance.com, please click on Join Us. Then, under Join Us, it will be able to display our application form. Now, in our application form, then you'll see the details of the applicant. It indicates your name. Your name are your personal names. Then you go to sex, whether you're male or female. And then after that, you will enter your phone number, your contact phone number. If you have an email, please indicate your email, because this is very important for us. If we cannot access you on phone, then we can send you an email. We also advise you to indicate your physical address, where you live. Then after that, please indicate your date of birth. After your date of birth, if you have a national ID, indicate your national ID number, which is your NIN number. If you don't have a national ID, you can put your driving permit number. For those who have a passport, you can put your passport number. You don't have to put all these details, especially on your ID number. You can either put the national ID or put the driving permit number or the passport number. You don't have to put all the three. Then, occupation, whatever you do. If you're a housewife, just indicate that you are a housewife. Then the next section is your next of kin. This important information should be indicated, because if we cannot access you, then we can contact your next of kin. It could be your daughter, it could be your mother, or your spouse is where you indicate the relationship. Then put the contact details of your next of kin. That's the phone number. If they have an email, well and good. Please indicate their email, because this is very important for our database. Indicate the physical address. Where does this person stay? Then the third section are details of application and products. Now, this indicates the amount paid. If you paid 10,000, please indicate it. If you paid this, whatever amount you have paid, indicate it. And then below, give the reason. If it is membership fee of 10,000, put the amount paid and the reason you paid for it. So, for example, if it's membership fee, click on the box and then you get the details. Then we need the ID card photo. You need to upload your passport photo and also. Finally, and very important, we need you to click the box indicating that you accept the terms and conditions. Please note that if you don't click this box, then we are not sure that you accept the terms and conditions. So that indicates this form you have filled is invalid. So please make sure you click the acknowledgement box that you accept our terms and conditions.
In a world where every business fails and struggles to survive, a country where no Muslim can have finances and investments the money you save in banks is used or invested in ventures that might not necessarily be acceptable, Hijaz Finance presents a system and a solution for you now. Please come, save and invest with Hijaz Finance. For you, the Muslim brother and sister, this is your ultimate solution. The risk is significantly small as it is interest-free. You know how this is important to you and your religion. Ladies and gentlemen, allow your money multiply and make profits for you without raising a finger. We are located at BMK House, Level 3, Room 305. Come for any inquiries. We'll be ultimately attended to.
When you visit our website, which is www.hijazfinance.com, please click on Join Us. Then, under Join Us, it will be able to display our application form. Now, in our application form, then you see the details of the applicant. It indicates your name. Your name are your personal names. Then you go to sex, whether you're male or female. And then after that, you will enter your phone number, your contact phone number. If you have an email, please indicate your email, because this is very important for us. If we cannot access you on phone, then we can send you an email. We also advise you to indicate your physical address, where you live. Then after that, please indicate your date of birth. After your date of birth, if you have a national ID, indicate your national ID number, which is your NIN number. If you don't have a national ID, you can put your driving permit number. For those who have a passport, you can put your passport number. You don't have to put all these details, especially on your ID number. You can either put the national ID or put the driving permit number.
Can you reduce the volume the other side,
number.
please?
You don't have to put all the three. Then, occupation, whatever you do.
Ladies
if you're
and
a
gentlemen,
housewife, just indicate that you are a housewife. Then the next section.
ladies and gentlemen. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have our breakfast. The guest of honor is just held up in traffic jam, but he should be here shortly. So before he gets here, let's have our tea, and then, oh, thank God, our guest of honor is here. You're most welcome, sir. Hello? Hello? Yes, this sounds better. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, just before our guest of honor walked in, we were preparing to go for breakfast, and then we will officially start our lunch. Okay, now that he's here, we can officially start. Let me have part of the program, just a leaflet. And then, of course, along the way, we will mpola move out. The tables are right in the hallway, and then we'll have our teas and snacks. I'll straight away go to our program. Of course, our guest of honor is here.
we will have the national anthem. Can we all stand up and have the national anthem? May God uphold thee, we lay our future in thy hand. United, free for liberty, together we always stand. Thank you so much. You may take your seats. I will request our chairman. A minute, please. We request Ashraf, Dr. Ashraf, can we have a prayer? Thank you so much. We're going to run through our program because we're already behind schedule. You will bear with us. Thank you so much.
Alhamdulillah. Bismillah wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما واجعل تفرقنا من بعده تفرقا مؤيدا معصوما تحصلنا بذي العزة والجبروت واعتصمنا برب الملكوت وتوكلنا على الحي الذي لا يموت سوف عنا الأذى إنك على كل شيء قدير. We ask Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala at the beginning of our event, this revolutionary initiative, to bless our presence here, to bless our stay here. We ask Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to make this a success. وهذا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ashraf. A very good morning to you, our dear guests of honor, and all our guests, invited guests, and members and prospective members who have attended today. Thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today, and we are very pleased to have you here at this launch of Hijaz Community SACCO. We are very proud to be able to host it today at this wonderful place with all of you here. My name is Husna Natkunda Kaduyu, alongside Zahra Zua, who are your MCs this morning. Before we get started, we thank God for this day and would like to express sincere appreciation to all of you who have generously helped us to make this event come together and to become a success. We would like to thank all the stakeholders, but most importantly, our dear board members and the respective committees of Hijaz who have relentlessly worked so hard and voluntarily spared no effort to ensure that this SACCO comes to life. We thank you so much and would like to give them a round of applause. In today's gathering, we will be launching Hijaz Community SACCO, whose mission is to make Hajj affordable to every Muslim in Uganda. This will be achieved through mobilization of Hajj savings and investment of Hajj funds, promotion of financial literacy, and socio-economic empowerment of the community. We would like all of you to choose to be part of our association due to this mutual passion that we all share, to visit the holy Kaaba, the house of the Almighty Lord. Your passion helps us all to unite the energy we create and to allow us to achieve our individual and group goals. We need you as much as you need us, and that's why we are very grateful that you joined us here today. So during the hours and days that will come, you'll be learning about Hijaz and its different products. We will learn about My Hajj Savings. You would learn about Islamic investment account, normal savings account, My Hajj top-up account, Islamic credits, and many more. So through our planned activities, seminars, and special events, you will be able to join and get hands-on experiences. We have also opened up some apps. It is called Hijaz Finance that you can afford to access on your mobile phones. And also our website is available for you to gain insight on what we do. So I wouldn't like to waste most of your time. We need to leave some time for Haj Muhammad Kalisa, the chairman of Hijaz Community SACCO, to introduce himself and Hijaz to you. So thank you very much for listening to me, and I would like at this moment to invite the chairman to come and make his remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. Before we invite the chairman, I'll briefly tell you about our chairman. In the interim, feel free to go and grab a cup of tea. Our chairman is Haj Mohammed Kalisa. He's the chairman, Hijaz SACCO. He is also the director, Capital Markets Authority Board. He's also the director of Uganda Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Kalisa is also the director of International Peace Foundation. He is also the director, Remax Uganda. He is our chairman. Please join me, welcome our chairman. Like I mentioned earlier, feel free to move out and grab a cup of tea. Thank you very much.
Thank you, MC Zahara. Our dear guests of honor, Honorable Haji Haruna Cheyune Kasoro, the Commissioner of Trade. I saw the Commissioner of Trade, Minister of Trade, the Commissioner Al-Haj Mustafa Sebagara, Electoral Commission, our professors, IU, Gulu University, our doctors, directors of Hijaz, all committees of Hijaz Community SACCO, our dear guests, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mohammed Kalisa is my name. I'm lucky to be the founder chairman of Hijaz Community SACCO. We are volunteering to make Hijaz Community SACCO happen. I'm going to be doing a PowerPoint. I'll request you to look at that projector, inshallah. And I'm going to be very brief, and I'll be using my notes here so that we are very brief. First of all, I welcome you so much. Sorry for the delay. Most of you didn't make it on time. That's why I wanted to accommodate all of you for this important occasion. The PowerPoint. As the PowerPoint comes, I want to tell you about SACCO. A SACCO has been domesticated and taken a bit simple as a SACCO. Many people think SACCO is a very small item, but a SACCO refers to savings and credit cooperative organization. Its definition is it's an autonomous association of persons united voluntarily to meet common economic, social, religious, culture, needs, and aspirations through a jointly owned and democratically controlled enterprise. It is a legal body registered under the Cooperative Societies Act. Right now in Uganda, from the records I saw, we have over 21,000 SACCOs in Uganda. And SACCOs in Uganda are contributing over 2.6 trillion to the GDP of our country. So a SACCO is very, very important aspect. And that's why we created Hijaz Community SACCO that is going to be a national SACCO for not only Muslims, but other religious organizations as well. It is going to be our national platform where we shall be required to save, to invest, and open our Hajj accounts. The choice to establish Hijaz as a SACCO, a down-top approach, is to embrace and onboard all Muslims of different sects, factions, to own a full-fledged Islamic financial institution that complies with the principles of Islamic faith. We've been having many people with their money and are not saving in our conventional banks. We are creating this as a good avenue for you to be able to save with us and apply Islamic way of banking. Hijaz Community SACCO has therefore collaborated, signed MOUs, and shall operate through Muslim leadership structures and Muslim-based institutions in Uganda. We shall work with the imams countrywide to mobilize for savings, to mobilize for Hajj, and be able to propagate this idea of saving for our Muslims. Our vision is to make Hajj affordable to every Muslim. Our mission is to break the cycle of poverty through mobilization of Hajj savings, investment of Hajj funds, promotion of financial literacy, and promotion of socio-economic empowerment of our community. You can go to the next slide of the objectives. Objectives of the Hijaz Community SACCO. Making Hajj affordable to all classes of Ugandan Muslims. Mobilize Hajj savings in formal and informal sectors through promotion of early and extended saving plans. Invest Hajj funds in revolving Islamic credit and other Sharia-compliant ventures in a sustainable and profitable manner. Reduce Hajj costs to increase the number of Ugandan annual pilgrims to at least 6,000 pilgrims. Support Uganda's Hajj operators and travel agents in professionalizing and improving the standards and welfare of Ugandan pilgrims. Promote Islamic finance through financial literacy and Islamic finance awareness amongst pilgrims and the community at large. Hijaz community products and services. The following products and services will be offered. My Hajj and Umrah savings account. This account you'll be able to save for a period of time. You can save for yourself, you can save for your children, you can save for your wives for a period of time, so that by the time you want to make Hajj, you already have money saved with you. When time for Hajj comes and you've saved, say, 80% or 90%, Hijaz Community SACCO should be able to make it possible for you to perform Hajj. Then we have an Islamic investment account. You will be able to invest with us your money, and we grow it for you Islamically in a halal manner. Instead of you making interest, say 12%, 15%, we shall be investing your money Islamically to Islamically allowable ventures where we do not charge interest, but we manage together. We co-manage and we agree to deduct just the cost for Hijaz SACCO to manage the fund. So we shall invest your funds Islamically. You'll be able to gain, but gain Islamically in a halal way. We shall also be having normal savings account. You'll be able to save with us. Very soon, we'll be having branches as the demand arises. We shall allow you to save with us. We shall allow you to use our technology. We're already technologically compliant. You should be able to use your phone to save with us. And once you need your money, you just need to give us notice and you get your money. Then we shall also have a fixed deposit account for you that will also make halal money for you. Right now, let's go to the other slide. The current Hajj or Hijaz status in Uganda. In 1970s, when Uganda Muslims were less than 1 million, about 600 Muslims used to perform Hajj annually. During Idi Amin's era, our Hajj actually was averaged 8,000, between 8,000 and 10,000 pilgrimage. Right now, as we speak, less than 1,000 make Hajj. And even with that less, it has people who go back. So the challenge we are answering here is, why is it 1,000? When our population is over about 6.5 million Muslims, of course the figures will have to be cross-checked, but on average, records show that Muslims are 6 million. And in the current quota of Hajj system, that would translate to about 6,000 pilgrims from Uganda to Mecca. But the problem is, it has become very, very costly because there is no organization. Nobody has come up to organize. The organizers we have are the people, are our good sheikhs who have volunteered to take people to Mecca. But even then, they just take a few. So if we start early and we organize, we should be able to raise our numbers to 6,000. That lady seated at Nachivobo Market and Nakasaru Market, they call her Hajjat because he's, mashallah, blessed. We want to make her do and perform Hajj. Hajj being the most important pillar of Islam. Once you start saving early, we are able to negotiate good rates in Saudi Arabia. If we can pay your funds 2 years ahead, you are able to get a hotel of $50 as opposed to, say, $300. So we want to arrange it so well so that at any one time, 2 years ahead, the organizers of Hajj know that Uganda is bringing 6,000, and we book our hotels in time. So we'll make it possible for whoever is making, say, $500,000 per month should be able to save and perform Hajj. Successful SACCOs. There's an organization in Malaysia called Tabung Hajj. When you go to Mecca, you've seen lines and lines of Malaysians who put on same uniform, they line up, They come in large numbers. Actually, Malaysia sends over 25,000 pilgrimages to Mecca. And that is because they save early. Tabung Hajj had a humble beginning in 1963 with 1,281 members who deposited $12,000. By 2018, Tabung Hajj had 9.2 million members. Tabung Hajj in Malaysia by 2018 had 9.2 million members, and their deposits were 18 billion. For us, we said here we are 6 million Ugandans. If we get only 1 million to participate in this venture, we are good to go. So Tabung is now $18 billion in deposit. It's now larger than many banks in Malaysia. Even the government has decided to join them to make Hajj possible. The cost of Hajj for Malaysia is 2,500. Simply because they save early, they organize early. Remember, ours is 5,000. Malaysia is 2,500. Another good example of a successful SACCO is our own Centenary Bank. Centenary Bank started the same way we are starting. Its history dates back in 1983 when they started a credit trust for the Uganda National Lay Apostolate. Its operations started in 1985 with two reasons: saving the rural poor and making a meaningful contribution to the socio-economic development of Uganda. In 1993, it transformed into Centenary Rural Development Bank Limited, which was licensed as a full-service commercial bank. It now has 2.3 million depositors or customers. 2.3 million. Centenary Bank that you know has 2.3. It is one of the largest bank by clientele or by deposits. Its asset base right now as we talk is 4.7 trillion. 4.7 trillion with over 78 branches. It also started as a savings credit SACCO. So SACCOs, once you are very well organized, you can make it. You can even be bigger than a bank. Another one is called BRAC International, which is based in Bangladesh. BRAC was established in 1972 by Sir Faizel Hassan Abed in Bangladesh to empower poor communities and alleviate poverty, prevent diseases, and etc. BRAC's concentrated largely on women, offering small revolving microloans in agriculture and small and basic enterprises. BRAC Bank, as we talk in 1920, hit 5.4 billion in deposits and in assets, and serves 126 million people in 12 countries. It also started as a SACCO. The next slide. So this is the time when I call upon you to join us and we make Hijaz Community SACCO happen. Hijaz Community SACCO is legally registered and licensed by the Ministry of Trade and Cooperative, and it's regulated by Microfinance Regulatory Authority. We have complied with all requirements. We have set up all necessary committees that are required, including supervisory, including vetting, including Sharia committee, including management board, to ensure that your funds are very well kept, secured, and we guarantee that no risks are going to be envisaged. Our share capital is 200 billion, because the Muslims are many and they are the busiest actually in our trade. The last census I saw, Muslims contributed a lot of taxes to our economy because we control most of these trading centers. All towns will always find Hijaz championing the business. So for us to be able to mobilize you, we set up the share capital, 200 billion. And a share will only cost you 10,000. A share will only cost you 10,000. And for those who can't afford 10,000, like our ladies and men in the markets downtown, we've allowed them to save with us, pay 3,000, 4,000, until you hit 10,000, then we count a share for you. So we allow you to add up to 10,000 for you to have one share. So the minimum for you to become a member, all we need is a membership of 10,000, 1 year subscription of 10,000, and one share of 10,000, making it 30,000 for you to become a member of Hijaz Community SACCO, and for you to be able to enjoy all the services of the SACCO, including interest-free, including making Hajj affordable for you, including other products that will come in the future. Other products, for instance, could be a house. You want to save and build your house. You want to save and buy your kabanja. Those will be other products that will be coming, but all in an Islamic manner. So all we need is 30,000 from you, and I'm told even today, as soon as the Honorable Minister launches, we shall be able to purchase shares and become Hijaz members. And we are digital. We are highly digital. You are able to subscribe on your phone, register, post, and KYC. We are very critical on KYC, know your client. So with your phone, you are able to register, get a receipt, and get to your account, which you can always monitor. If you put your 30,000, you should be able to see it on your account through your phone. That was my speech, but before I end, I would like to introduce the special guests we have, but also show you the committee members that are going to guarantee safety of your savings. I'm going to ask the board members who are here to stand up and say salam. Very credible people. Board members, Sheikh Showiyu, you can come actually. Come here so that I see you, for the board members who are here. The Vice Chair, Hajat Sitna, Director Legal Parliament, Sheikh Showiyu, our Imam at Supreme Council, Chigund Sulaiman, Director Budget, Parliament, Omar Nasser, Legal Manager, KCB. We have Haji Seremba, who is not here, Sulaiman. We have Dr. Sali Ibrahim, who is not here, he's in Morocco. Then we have Director Haruna Chivirige, who is also not here. As you can see, these are credible people that are going to give you assurance that your funds are very safe with us. It's called a management board, which I chair. Thank you very much.
Talk about the app,
The app.
application in Android and iPad.
Okay. Then we have the Sharia committee, headed by Mukadde Wafe, Sheikh Rajab Kakoza, who has not been able to make it today. He had another function. But Dr. Chisule is on it. Doctor, you can come. Come here so that the cameras can capture. Those on Sharia committee, please, who are here, come. Ahmed is here, Doctor. Dr. Sebi is here. Sharia committee. So these are the Sharia committee who want to make sure whatever we touch is compliant, is Islamically compliant and allowable. Thank you. Then we have the supervisory committee. These are like our whips. These are our whips. Supervisory committee, can you come in front? They supervise to make sure every step we go is proper and it's compliant. Counsel, Ali Kankaka, senior lawyer. President, Mayanja, Alhaj, Abdul Karim, CEO, Salam TV and Salam Charity. We have other members. Professor Katerega. Professor Katerega, he's on the way. He had told me to remind him, but I forgot. Even in the morning to remind him, I forgot to remind him. But he's one of us, and he's actually the chair of the supervisory committee. Very credible people with good record, and they will guarantee your savings. So your savings with us are guaranteed. No worries, no issues. Last but not least, we have the vetting committee. All these are requirements of a microfinance, of a cooperative, to make sure that your hard-earned money is well kept. Vetting committee, Haji Seviri mukadde waffe, vetting committee, Haji Seviri, our super lady, Husna, Karibu, Ashraf, Honorable Ashraf. These are the vetting committees. We cannot employ anyone until these people have said yes. Until they have said yes, we are okay with Professor Sadat, go ahead with him. We do not have powers to employ. Thank you very much. So, before I invite the guest of honor, I would like to recognize some of our members here. Of course, you are all recognized and you are all very crucial and critical, good members. We have Dr. Omar. Dr. Omar is Islamic Development Bank. He told me he was here. I've been looking for him. Islamic Development Bank has opened a branch now in Uganda, and that's a huge achievement. It's a huge achievement. We've been enjoying their credit as government, but now they are here. They're also going to be working with the private sector. If they find you organized, they are going to work with us. So we intend to be working with them.
Speeches is over guest of honor. Speeches is over guest of honor. Guest of honor ajja luvannyuma speeches wait.
Okay. That is my vice chair, Sitna Hajat, was giving me a point of order. Thank you, Hajat. He was telling me we have a few speeches before the guest of honor comes. Okay, very good. I thank you. But let me introduce Omar, who is not here, I think, the in-country director. Oh, you are here? MashaAllah. Most welcome. He's our brother, I think, from Ghana. You are most welcome, sir. Very good. I'd also like to introduce our professor, Ismail Jagenda, IU, Sebotola Kusalama Wawoli, is on call. Then I have my brother, Dr. Asad Sentongo. You can say. I have, of course, Dr. Chisole Mkadde Wafe. I have Hafidh Walsindi, Director, Sharia at Chivuli. I have Dr. Asad Semakula. Karibu, you can say salam. Dean of Law, Faculty of Law, Guru. Hey, Sevo, Tola Kusalam, Professor Sadat. We have our brother, Ali Chivirige. Ali Chivirige, Tola Kusalam. Tina Sheikh Wafe from Uganda Muslim Council. Sheikh Salih, Tola Kusalam. Now, we shall be introducing you as we go. For now, I will let the MC tell us what is next. And I hope she will also let the IT guy to tell us how to access the web. Bangambye ne Sheikh Chibate Wali, our former Deputy Mufti. So, Your Eminence, Your Eminence, you are most welcome. Karibu sana. Shukran.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you. I'm just going to sum up his entire presentation. And I'll only speak about the goal for Hijaz SACCO. And that is to make Hijjah or Haji affordable to every Muslim by reducing the costs through investing your money with us, Hijaz SACCO. And you invest it in a reliable, Sharia-compliant business venture. Isn't that a good summary? So we make it affordable for you. We keep it for you because we are reliable. For the ladies, somebody said that you put your little money. No, it's not the little money. Today the ladies have the money. I worked for an organization. There's a year we collected Zakah. I think we had around 900 million. I have one of my directors here. And close to 700 million was collected by the ladies. So, Bahajati, this is our time to save our money and go for Hijjah. Alhamdulillah, I have been there for Umrah. Let me save for Hijjah. Thank you so much for being with us. And above all, your savings don't have riba. No interest. So, why don't you bring your money, save it with us, and then we can go and make Hijjah, which is very important for us in Islam. I will recognize a few people, and then I'll hand over to my sister, who will invite the next speaker. Allow me to recognize Hajat Hadija Mayanja. Hajat Hadija Mayanja. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allow me to also introduce Sheikh. I think they introduced that one already. Haj Katerega Muhammad, Secretary General, Justice Forum. Haj Katerega, thank you for joining us. Mr. Ali Chivirige, he has been introduced, but thank you for hosting us. Please stand up for recognition. Mr. Ali Chivirige is the chairman, BMK Group of Companies. They are hosting us here. Thank you so much for accepting to host us. Sheikh Muhammad Chibate, I will recognize this one in a special way. These are people that have mentored us. You're welcome, sir. Dr. Chisule, I will recognize you again. These are my mentors. They have made me the lady that I am today, to be proudly Muslima. I will also recognize Engineer Adam Sebiti. Engineer Adam Sebiti, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. They have already introduced most of these people. We have questions coming in. If you have any question, please write it down. We will answer your questions at the end of this session. I will recognize Sheikh Sadat Mustafa Badola, District Qadi, Buyikwe District. Welcome, salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Karibu. I will introduce Sheikh Abdul Salam Katongole, Imam Masjid Jamia. You're welcome. Mr. Yahya Saddam Njaka, Science of Kulavasebo, Hajj Aslam Wagaba. You're all welcome. There are lots of people that are here, but because of the interest of time, I will leave my introductions here. I will call Husna, my sister, to come and tell us what is happening next on the program. Mwebale nnyo kujja. I assume that everybody understands English. If you don't, tusanyise nnyo okubalaba, mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Twabashemerera, mwebale kuija, tumefurahi sana, karibu. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Zahra, for those remarks. The next speaker is a banker, Sharia advisor, and auditor who has practiced and taught Islamic finance, Sharia, and banking for over 10 years. He has actively participated in the process of amending Uganda's legal framework to accommodate Islamic finance and has worked with government bodies, NGOs, and private sector to develop Islamic financial system in Uganda. He is a manager Islamic investment at Microfinance Support Center Limited. He is a trainer of Islamic Banking and Finance Institute Malaysia and a lecturer of Islamic Finance and Islamic University in Uganda. He holds a PhD in Islamic Banking and Finance from Malaysia, an MBA Islamic Banking and Finance specialization from Malaysia, a bachelor's degree in Sharia from Saudi Arabia, and a bachelor's degree in Business Administration Accounting specialization from Uganda. He is a certified Sharia advisor and auditor of Accounting and Auditing Organization of Islamic Financial Institution from Bahrain. What a CV. And for me, I proudly call him my OB. Welcome, Dr. Hijaz Lyman.
The chief guest, Haji Honorable Haruna Cheine Kasoro, Minister of State for Finance, Planning and Economic Development, in charge of microfinance. Mr. Bob Barijie, Registrar of Cooperatives, Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, who has been represented. He will be represented here. The honorable members of parliament, Dr. Ishaq Idriso, manager, Islamic Development Bank, regional hub of Uganda, that is Islamic Development Bank. The board members, management, and members of Hijaz Saving and Credit Cooperative Society, Hijaz Community SACCO, the media fraternity, the distinguished guests present at this occasion, and those attending via online channels. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I have the pleasure to give the keynote speak at this launch of Hijaz Community SACCO. First of all, I take this opportunity to thank the government of Uganda under the leadership of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who assented on the laws that have introduced Islamic finance in Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, these laws are many. They are including the Financial Institutions Act 2016, Amendment Act 2016, the Financial the Tier 4 Microfinance Institutions and Money Lenders Act 2016, the Insurance Act 2017. We have also a couple of regulations which have been gazetted by the Ministry of Finance, like the Financial Institutions Islamic Banking Regulations 2018 and a number of others. Ladies and gentlemen, I also take this opportunity to thank the Ministry of Finance for leading the process of amending the existing legal framework to accommodate Islamic finance in Uganda and gazetting the relevant regulations that guide Islamic finance operations in Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, Islamic finance is operational in Uganda. Please. In a special way, I have the pleasure to thank Honorable Hajj Cheyune Haruna Kasoro, the Minister of State for Finance, Planning and Economic Development in charge of microfinance, for your commitment to operationalize Islamic finance through the Microfinance Support Center, which is a government-owned agency that enhances household incomes and improves livelihoods. Personally, I thank the minister. He employed me, or he employs me. That is the Microfinance Support Center, where I work as manager Islamic investments. I thank the entire Muslim community in Uganda who are observing the 5 pillars of Islam since 1844. Islam has been in Uganda for approximately 180 years. But these Muslims are observing these 5 pillars of Islam for the last 180 years. However, it is unfortunate that majority of Ugandan Muslims have not been able to fulfill all the 5 pillars of Islam. They are missing, most of them, they cannot afford to fulfill the 5th, and that is the last pillar of Islam. For this matter, the launching of Hijaz Community SACCO today is indeed timely, when its vision is to make Hajj affordable to every Muslim in Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, making Hajj affordable to the 6.5 million Muslims, as the chairman has said here, in Uganda, automatically means joining the ongoing government efforts of fighting extreme poverty. Therefore, the coming on board of Hijaz Community SACCO, the fully-fledged Islamic financial institution, shall make more Muslims bankable, especially those who have been financially excluded due to the absence of Sharia-compliant financial products in Uganda. I am personally optimistic that the introduction of more Sharia-compliant financial products shall complement the ongoing government's significant progress in the fight against extreme poverty. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight against poverty should be taken serious by Ugandans. You know, we are joking too much. We have a lot of jokes, especially on social media. But ladies and gentlemen, the phenomenon of poverty is global. And I have to mention here today that really poverty is real. Just as we have a slogan that COVID is real, today we have it. COVID is real. COVID is real. Please, today onwards, Hijaz is launching another slogan. Poverty in Uganda is real, and that's why most of the Muslims cannot perform the 5th pillar of Islam. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the World Bank, to show you that poverty is real, according to the World Bank says that for the first time in 20 years, extreme global poverty is expected to rise due to the disruption caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, World Bank goes ahead to say that it is estimated, they estimated COVID-19 pandemic to push as many as 150 million people into extreme poverty by the end of the year 2021. They expected that when they estimated, they thought that it would end in 2021. So poverty is real. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Vision also establishes that short-term solutions do not eradicate poverty. We need to have strategies led by government. We need to have strategies led by private interventions like Hijaz Community SACCO. Ladies and gentlemen, what is Hajj? That is being talked about today, the pilgrimage to Mecca. Since the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, since the time of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, before I come to Prophet Muhammad, Mecca has been the holiest city in the world. It was Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam who built the Holy Kaaba, and when he called people to go for Hajj, Allah made the visit of Mecca a pillar of Islam. Allah said in the Quran al-Karim, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولله على الناس حج البيت من استطاع إليه سبيلا ومن كفر فإن الله غني عن العالمين. Ladies and gentlemen, presently the world has more than 2 billion Muslims. And these Muslims are facing towards the direction of Kaaba. This is to show you the position of Kaaba and the position of Mecca in Islam. Ladies and gentlemen, on average, every year, 3 million Muslims visit Mecca for the major pilgrimage, that is what we call Hajj. And 19 million Muslims visit Mecca throughout the year, every year, for the purpose of Umrah, that is the minor pilgrimage to Mecca. Although Hajj and Umrah are the ever largest congregation of people in the world, many Muslims have not visited Mecca, yet it is a pillar of Islam. And there are mechanisms and methodologies that have been proven world over that they can bring solutions and everyone can afford to go for Hajj. Ladies and gentlemen, every Muslim has an obligation, and it is Allah's debt that you fulfill Hajj. You go and visit Mecca before you can die, at least once in your lifetime. I wish to confirm to you today that the financial capability being talked about in the verse I recited, لِمَنِ اسْتَطَاعَ إِلَيْهِ سَبِيلًا, that financial capability does not mean one being rich, but rather the capability to plan for this holy journey, even if it takes the whole of your life pursuing this journey to Mecca. With this interpretation, ladies and gentlemen, even a poor person, like the chairman said, a poor person from the market down there, downtown, can afford to go for Hajj as long as he or she can have an early and extended good planning. The intention of Sharia in making Hajj obligatory once in a Muslim's lifetime is to test whether you would put this journey on your lifetime agenda together with other priorities. Ladies and gentlemen, we very well know today that a person can have priorities in his life, like having a good car, like having a good house, not shelter, having a good house, and you fulfill all these requirements. Having a second wife for Muslims, because it is acceptable. You will allow me, sisters, to mention it because you don't like it, I know. But having a second wife, all those are priorities. All those are on your menu. But you can find someone fulfilling them and leaving the fifth pillar of Islam hanging. The intention of Sharia, I've said, ladies and gentlemen, the rest of the world, allow me to say that the rest of the world, such as Indonesia, Maldives, Nigeria, Ghana, we have our country manager here, etc., have adopted the Malaysian Hajj Fund management model and have therefore shifted away from planning to raise the numbers, from planning to raise the pilgrim numbers to rather planning to manage the pilgrims' numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, those countries, they are doing it the Malaysian way. For them, they are now planning to manage the pilgrims' numbers, not planning to raise the pilgrims' numbers. In Uganda, we are planning to raise. Ladies and gentlemen, I was sitting there. I heard the statistics from the chairman here. He said in Uganda, less than 1,000 go to Mecca. And I saw it myself. Because I was in Mecca, I was in Saudi, as they told you, for 5 years, studying. I was seeing the numbers. I did not see 1,000 Muslims or pilgrims from Uganda. Yet other countries, they are having, as he said, Malaysia itself, it is having 31,000 and other participating countries. So it is a disgrace to this generation that Ugandans we are supposed to have, as he said, we are supposed to have 6,000 pilgrims every year, but we cannot raise even 1,000. In a bid to manage the larger numbers of pilgrims, the Saudi Arabian government introduced the quota system. He mentioned it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a keynote speaker, so I have to bring the facts on the table such that we can be directed. The discussion can be directed. So now allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you the quota system. Saudi Arabia, in a way of managing the pilgrims' numbers, not raising the numbers, but managing the too much numbers which are in Saudi, it introduced the quota system. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2018, the New York Times, you can quote, New York Times estimated that at the average of 3 million pilgrims a year, because Saudi Arabia accommodates 3 million today, it would take 581 years for all Muslims in the entire world to perform pilgrimage. You know, New York Times, they are talking facts. So that's why Saudi Arabia is shifting now to managing these numbers. Ladies and gentlemen, it is due to these facts that Saudi Arabia is lowering the restrictions on the quota system so that to accommodate more pilgrims as we are approaching the completion of the the expansion of the grand mosques, Tawsi'at al-Haramayn al-Sharifayn, or Tawsi'at al-Haram al-Makki al-Sharif. In line with the Saudi Arabian vision, ladies and gentlemen, 2030, it has a vision. Oxford Business Group reported that Saudi Arabia has set a target of receiving 6.7 million Muslims in Hajj and 30 million Muslims in Umrah by the year 2030. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just like 8 years away from 2030. So we need serious strategies. We need serious planning. We need serious planning from the government and also from you, the private sector. Ladies and gentlemen, whereas in other countries of the world, the quota is too small, Uganda has never managed to fill its quota. And thus, Uganda's quota has been reduced to 1 pilgrim. Can you imagine? Ugandan pilgrims, listen to this quota. In Uganda, our quota is 1 pilgrim for every 5,000 Muslims in Uganda. Whereas the rest of the world, their quota is 1 pilgrim for every 1,000 Muslims. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no time to put the figures here, but just take that you are counting. I don't think we are 1,000 here, but you count 1 until like this number times 3, pick 1 to go to Makkah. That is for other countries, for the rest of the world. But for Uganda, we need like this number times maybe 20 times. Ladies and gentlemen, what went wrong in Uganda? This is the question we have to answer today. And now, in this launch of Hijaz Community SACCO, Hijaz Community Saving and Credit Cooperative, what went wrong in Uganda? That went right in other parts in other parts of the world. Malaysia is taking 31,000. In Uganda, even 1,000, we cannot raise it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me hope the answer to this question is the launching of Hijaz Community SACCO, if indeed the Muslim community in Uganda wishes to solve the current crisis in Uganda's Hajj management. Now, I'll skip the part, I think, about Tabung Hajj. They talked about Tabung Hajj and the exciting figures they have, because we have benchmarked this. I was listening to the story from the chairman because I lived that story. I did not read in the newspapers. I did not watch on TV. I did not read in the books, but I was in Malaysia for more than 4 years. I was in Malaysia for more than 4 years, and I witnessed it, that in Malaysia, the cost of Hajj is too low as he said, 2,400. Given the long distance they travel from Malaysia, it takes like 10 hours to reach Saudi Arabia. And the short distance they take from where they sleep in Makkah, I was seeing them, from where they sleep, from their hotels, they sleep in Makkah going to Kaaba. Compared to the price we pay in Uganda, that is, he said the statistics was 5,000 USD. Compared to the short distance from Uganda to Saudi Arabia, if you are serious, it can take like 3 hours to reach. or like 2.5 hours to reach Saudi Arabia. And the longer in fact, not longer, I should say, ladies and gentlemen, the miserable distances we walk from where we sleep to go and see Kaaba. For Malaysians, they take 600, the distance is just 600 meters. Can you imagine? Not a kilometer, 600 meters from the hotel or from the bed to Kaaba. Compared to the miserable distances, I will not tell you how much is the distance, how many kilometers we walk when we are in Mecca to go and see the Kaaba to rotate. And this one hinders people from making their ibadah, ladies and gentlemen. I know we have the Federation of Hajj, they are here, and many mutawaf, they are taking people to Mecca, this is their business, but we need a serious solution today, not later than today. Ladies and gentlemen, the delay, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to confirm to you that Hijaz Community SACCO has taken the right direction, especially that it has been licensed by the government of Uganda, so it is joining the battle to fight the extreme poverty, as I mentioned. Unlike commercial banks, whose motive is profit maximization, the cooperatives are for socio-economic well-being of members. Due to the cooperatives and Islamic finance shared ideology, indeed Uganda's Islamic finance deserves to be operationalized at the cooperative level first rather than commercial bank level. Ladies and gentlemen, the delay in operationalization of Islamic banking in Uganda at commercial bank level does not in any way mean that Islamic finance has failed to take off in Uganda. You can see that Islamic cooperatives such as Hijaz Community SACCO are successfully operating in Uganda, and this is actually where most of the Muslim minority countries like UK started from. Ladies and gentlemen, for over 30 years, Muslim communities, especially in Muslim minority countries like Uganda, have set up Islamic cooperatives. Because you are mentioning to us, the management and the board, they said they are purely Islamic, they are fully fledged Islamic. So they started, most of the countries started from here, countries like UK. In fact, I'm proud to mention that in UK itself, over 22 fully fledged Islamic cooperatives started before they started the first Islamic bank in London. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to confirm that the success story of Islamic cooperatives in Uganda is premised on government flexibility, willingness, and support for Islamic finance through the Microfinance Support Center. Ladies and gentlemen, as we also celebrate MSC's Microfinance Support Center's 20 years, because at Microfinance Support Center we are celebrating 20 years of financial inclusion this year, this very year, I wish to note that the Microfinance Support Center pioneered the implementation of Islamic finance and Islamic microfinance, particularly in the year 2017 in Uganda. Indeed, Islamic finance is an avenue that expanded microfunding choices for our existing and new clients. However, being a newly introduced mode of financing in Uganda, there have been a lot of misconception and a general lack of understanding of what Islamic finance is all about. But the establishment of a specialized unit, that is the unit I'm heading, the Islamic Investment Unit at Microfinance Support Center, there is no doubt that Microfinance Support Center shall emerge as a leader and center of reference for Islamic finance matters in Uganda. In conclusion, Honorable Minister, all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is no doubt that this is the right time for Uganda to adopt the global trends that have helped other countries to socially and economically transform their communities. The government of Uganda has taken a good strategy to champion the operationalization of Islamic finance itself through the Microfinance Support Center, which has benefited both the Muslims and non-Muslims alike. Lastly, on behalf of the Islamic Investment Unit at Microfinance Support Center and the Microfinance Support Center at large, I wish to assure Hijaz Community Saving and Credit Cooperative Society our readiness to collaborate with you, especially in capacity building and channeling affordable financing, that is Sharia compliant financing, to the active poor, especially to the special groups which we have at Microfinance Support Center, groups like the women, youth, and the people with disabilities. For God and my country, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Luja. Thank you very much. Well said. We are summarizing our program. We only have 2 items on our program, and then we will be done. We know it's a Monday. Most of you are supposed to be attending to your jobs or offices, but we thank you for being here and sparing time with us. I would like to inform you that our offices are at BMK House, 3rd floor, suite number 5C. BMK House, 3rd floor, suite number 5C. There's a lot of questions that have come in. We cannot answer your questions right now because of the time factor. However, we will be running more of these workshops on the radios and TVs. Our sponsor, Haj Karim Kalisa on Salam TV will have more of these teachings. So feel free to always call in and send in your questions. You can also come to our offices here. We will have a team of people that will attend to you. I'd like to recognize Sheikh Yunus Muhammad Kamoga, Amil Umar. Sheikh, you're most welcome. Sheikh, wonna woli yimirira obire ku bantu mu kitiibwa kyo ssebo. You're welcome, Sebo. I'd like to introduce Haj, or recognize Haj Kamia Yunus. Haj Kamia Yunus. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sheikh Matovu from Bukoma Simbi. Sheikh Matovu, thank you so much for coming down. I'd like to recognize my friend, my sister, Hajat Fatuma Katongole. Thank you, Hajat, for coming. For joining us. I would like to also recognize Sheikh Muhsin Chiti. Sheikh Muhsin Chiti, I'm recognizing you several. Imira abantu bakulabeko bakulaba ku TV wokane ku radio. Umira ku bantu. Sanse nnyo Sheikh okukulaba. Yeah, so without any further ado, I will call upon Mr. Joseph Paul. I had to be very sure that I pronounced this name very right. Mr. Joseph Paul Okatan. Okay, that one. He is representing the Registrar of Cooperatives in the Ministry of Trade, Industry, and Cooperatives. Sir, you're most welcome. We'll give you a few minutes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for hanging in there. Continue to be patient. We just have a few programs and we'll be out of here, inshallah. Thank you so much.
I'm tall.
You're tall. May I?
Thank you very much, MC. This is a keynote speech by the Registrar of Cooperative Societies of Uganda, Mr. Bob Barige, whom I'm representing. The guest of honor, the Minister of State for Microfinance, Honorable Haji Cheyune Haruna Kasolo, invited guests, the members of Hijaz SACCO, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joseph Paul, as has been said, Ochatum. I work in the office of the Registrar for Cooperative Societies. I know we have lost a lot of time. I'm going to be brief. I will not read the whole text. We want to be glad, we are very glad that we are invited to this auspicious occasion where we are launching Hijaz Community SACCO, a SACCO that we have registered and fully following the laws of Uganda. I bring you greetings from Farmer's House, which houses the office of the Registrar. Briefly, I want to take you through some facts and figures
that 12% of humanity are cooperators, 12% in the world, and 1 billion cooperative members. And we have 3 million cooperative societies. In Uganda, we have 30,000 registered cooperatives. This has been increased. You know, we have been having programs that I'm going to talk about, and we have over 8 to 10 million cooperative members now in Uganda who have mobilized themselves to form cooperatives. We want to say that cooperatives have been around for some time, since the 18th century, and the most formal cooperatives were started by the famous Rochdale pioneers in the UK, and they formed themselves and started cooperating. And in Uganda, because there were unfair terms of employment in those days in most of the factories, so the workers formed themselves together and started cooperatives. In Uganda as well, you remember, during the colonial era, we started forming ourselves into cooperatives in around the year 1913 is where we registered the first cooperative. We have gone through a history which is good and bad. We got the first law ordinance in the year 1946, and which culminated into the formation of most of the cooperatives. And during then, between 50s and 60s, we were able to develop our cooperatives, and cooperatives were able to export most of the products from Uganda. During the 70s and the late 70s and early 1980s, we went through a period of civil strife, as we are aware, and the cooperatives also were affected. So you'll find that we went down, we went to a slump. And when the new government now we are having came in, started the program of revival, and you remember in the year 1996, we had a program of Bonabagawale where we mobilized members to form themselves into SACCOs. And you'll find around that very time, 1991, a new Cooperative Act was enacted in 1991 and its regulations of 1992. And it helped develop the sector. We have been running since then until the year 2020, when we were able to amend the Cooperative Societies Act, which is now guiding us from that time to now. And that's why we have been able to attain those numbers I've been talking about. We want to say cooperatives are autonomous associations that are voluntarily formed by the members, and they operate on the economic, social, and cultural aspirations of the members, and they should be able to work to attain the objective of benefiting their members. So they are founded on those principles and values, which include self-help, self-responsibility, democracy, equality and equity, and solidarity. Cooperatives are also founded on the 7 principles that we also need to go through: voluntary and open membership, democratic member control, economic member participation, autonomy and independence, education, information and communication, cooperation among cooperatives, and then the very last one is concern for the community. Hijaz Community SACCO is premised on these principles. Specifically, I want to say principle number 7 applies to Hijaz very much, because we are talking about the community, we are talking about enabling members to save, to be able to perform that right of going to Mecca. So you are on the right track. We also want to say that the government has put in place the relevant regulatory environment. You have heard about the Tier 4 Microfinance and Money Lenders Act 2016 and its regulations. We have heard now about the Cooperative Societies Act amended 2020 and the regulations therein. We have our bylaws guiding us. We have the policies and procedures that we shall put in place. All this will be very useful for the development of our SACCO. And also government has put in place a number of programs. You have heard me talk about from 1996. Now we are talking about Emioga. You remember we have gone through Emioga, most community members benefited, and still you are going to continue benefiting. We recently launched the parish development model with its pillars that are able to benefit the community, so we should also benefit from such. Government has also put necessary institutions and programs to benefit the community, such as the Microfinance Support Center. We have the Pride Microfinance. We have the Uganda Development Bank, to mention but a few. So I implore upon Hijaz SACCO to ensure that you benefit from such programs. Also, I implore that you take advantage of other programs in other institutions and organizations. To mention here, we have the ABI Trust, which can give us some grants to be able to develop our SACCO. We have the IFDC, International Fertilizer Development Organization. We have the Cooperative League of USA. We have World Vision. We have USAID, to mention but a few. So, members of Hijaz, I implore that we take advantage of all these initiatives to benefit the members. Our office is available to recommend you in any of these programs. We should be able to give you the necessary support, the necessary technical guidance, and we pledge that we shall always work with you. We know you are a unique SACCO, and we are also going to develop with you. So I wish all these initiatives fruitful growth and development, and we ensure that we are able to attain our objectives. I wish you the best of luck and pray that Hijaz SACCO reaches greater heights for God and my country. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much for the representation, and the message has been well taken. And we thank you for sparing your quality time to be here with us. Before we dive into the next program, I just want to offer one insight on what we are here to do. It's just a personal experience that those who have not been makers should find or should feel an obligation to go. I was lucky to be part of the team that went for Umrah just before COVID lockdown. But the first impression that I got when we reached Medina was, welcome, O you visitor of the Lord. Marhaba, ya dhayfur Rahman, fi Madinatul Mustafa, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Who doesn't want to be a visitor of the Lord? When you visit Makkah, the picture of the Kaaba is so compelling. The call was made by Prophet Ibrahim, alayhi salam, for people to go and visit Makkah. And Allah assured us that we will all go, whether walking, whether on vehicles or camels, we will go. He just has made this simple. We are not here to replace any work of any operator of Hijaz. We are just making it easier for you to enjoy the economies of scale. Please look into what we do very, very seriously, and we do not want anyone to sway anyone with politics. It is clear what we do to enable everyone to go and make pilgrimage. We have an app that you can access on your phones. Our website has our products clearly. We want to make sure that we enable you through investments to come and be able to do Hajj. So with those few words, I would like to request the chairman to come back again and invite the chief guest to make his remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is Sheikhat Kaduyu Husna. At Hijaz Community SACCO, we made sure we have gender balance. As you've seen, our leaders are ladies. You've seen our vice chair in Sitina. We are gender balanced to take care of all your requirements. Before I take the opportunity to invite the Honorable Chief Guest, I would like to introduce our manager, Ashraf Mutagubia, the one who led us in prayers before we started. He is the one I'm unveiling to you as the manager of Hijaz Community SACCO, all round. He has a master's in Sharia, he's a lawyer. He has mastered Sharia banking and currently also lecturing at IUIU. So you can see the length we go to get you the right personnel who are coming to manage your fund. Thank you. I take this opportunity to invite the Honorable Guest of Honor, sir. Thank you, first of all, for making it. I know you are the busiest at this era, at this season, but you managed to make it. I thank you so much for putting us in your program. Kindly, you are welcome.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Protocol observed. My name is Cheyune Aruna Kasoro, Minister of State for Finance, in charge of microfinance. Allow me to, first of all, appreciate the opportunity of being here to officiate at the launch of this very important SACCO for the Muslim community. I don't take it for granted, and I must say that I commit my total support towards the success of this program. When I saw Haji Muhammad Karisa here with very important people leading this program, I was like, wow, this is a nice program to associate with. Because Haji Muhammad Karisa cannot lead something and it doesn't succeed. I'm a preacher of saving. I believe Ugandans are not poor. They earn money, but they are not guided on how to utilize the money they earn. They lack saving culture. So our Muslims, brothers and sisters, well, there are those that would wish to perform the fifth pillar, but cannot raise the money at once. So when you come up with this arrangement, I think you will make it very affordable for those that think that performing the fifth pillar is important, because Haji Karisa and my fellow members, there are those that have not performed this pillar, not because they don't have money. They have the money, but they feel it is not important as the rest of the activities they are doing. So I have not seen this addressed here. Maybe we need to empower the sheikhs and the imams to continue with the gospel of interesting all Muslims. Me, I have been to Mecca so many times, and whatever I ask for, I have achieved it. And every year, I have to make sure that I go with my, with the people that I feel that should also go and share the benefits of this holy pilgrimage. But there is that reluctance. There are those that really have been blessed with the ability to perform this fifth pillar, but they have ignored it. So I think we need to embed it here to see. I have not seen a component of facilitating the imams and the sheikhs to continue preaching the importance of the 5 pillars, not only the fifth one, but all the 5 pillars. So if you have not thought of it, then my office will have to partner with you to see to it how we can actually facilitate the imams and sheikhs to continue preaching the gospel. It is good government has registered you, and now we have the Tier 4 Microfinance Institutions and Money Lenders Act, which created the regulator, because previously many people do fear to keep their monies with the SACCOs because we lacked a stronger law. But now we have a stronger law, the Tier 4 Microfinance Institutions and Money Lenders Act, that created a regulator, the Uganda Microfinance Regulatory Authority, which is equivalent to Bank of Uganda. Bank of Uganda regulates those big financial institutions, but WUMOLA regulates the Tier 4 institutions, of course, plus money lenders. So we have regulations in place, and please, I want to allay your fears that when you keep your money with the SACCO, that money will be kept intact, because the law creates a savings protection fund and the savings protection fund and the stabilization fund, the SACCO stabilization fund. So SACCOs will no longer collapse, and members, your savings will be intact. So we know you will not lose. If anything happens, it will be the government to compensate the savers using the Savings Protection Fund, as it is with Bank of Uganda. Well, I want also to be helped here. Many of government programs, more especially those to do with savings and credit, have been ignored by Muslims, my brothers and sisters, thinking that many of them are against Sharia law. So I want those experts in Sharia law to help our Muslim communities. Because for me, when you get money or when you get credit from a SACCO, it is not against Sharia law, because you are a member in that SACCO and you share the interest, the profit made. So I don't think, but I'm not an expert in this field, so I need to be helped. I feel sorry and I feel bad to see that my brothers and sisters are missing out on this. The Myoga arrangement, yes, they are not there. However, government embraced Islamic financing, and it is Microfinance Support Center that is piloting it. He has not informed you how far they have gone with, how much in terms of volumes. But I know the money is there, and if you want finances, of course respecting Sharia law, they have the money. The rest of the banks, they had issues. You know, in this law, we had put a very tough clause indicating that we must have a Sharia council within Bank of Uganda. And the qualifications, really, the qualifications were, so we couldn't find anybody qualifying to sit on that council. But Cabinet thought it wise to amend that. And as I speak now, we have amended it. And we have now we have substituted it with the creation of advisory council, Sharia council, within the bank that is supposed to extend credit, financial services concerning Islamic financing. So within those institutions, that's where these boards are going to be, the Sharia boards. But now what is remaining, and we did this last week and we are about to table it in cabinet, is the tax regime, because we want to make it also competitive. So that is the only remaining part, and I think within 2-3 weeks' time, it will also, cabinet will have approved it. So very soon we shall be enjoying the benefits and the privileges of Islamic financing. You see, we were suffering. People thought that we wanted to Islamize Uganda. The name Islamic financing, you see, some people are too allergic to that. So we have been fighting with them. And what surprises is that all the loans that we get them from Arab countries, Islamic countries. but some section of the community thought that we wanted to Islamize Uganda. But I want to appreciate the president being a focused leader. He insisted that this program, this Islamic financing arrangement must be implemented in Uganda. And it is not supposed to only help Muslims. Even other non-Muslims can benefit, provided they respect Sharia law and other requirements. I want to ask the leaders, the pioneers of this SACCO to create time and meet with me so that we can have a discussion that will help this SACCO. Government has so many programs, that but the people who are supposed to benefit from these programs do not have the relevant information about concerning the existence of this program, of the programs. There are so many programs. So, and you know, as your brother within the ministry, I have always been looking for who to partner with, which organization, so that we can reach out to our brothers and sisters and serve them. I took it upon myself to visit the Mufti. We sat, because I wanted him to guide me on how best I can reach out to the Muslim communities so that we serve them. I needed the vehicle, but now you have helped me. I'm going to use this vehicle to deliver services to our people, because they are there. You see the problem, they are not aggressive. You know, naturally we are not aggressive. Even a simple thing, with a simple thing you get contented. Unlike other brothers and sisters of ours, for us, we are always contented. So mashallah. but you know, we need to change. We need to change that attitude. This is a competitive world. It is a competitive world. We have an opportunity to serve you. We have the programs. We want to see how we can best serve you. But I think with this vehicle, the Hijaz SACCO, I think I'm going to deliver services to our Muslim brothers and sisters. Because we have the programs. So I'm ready to understand that this is not for credit, isn't it? So I save, but I'm not supposed to come for credit, to finance my economic activity. But you invest the money on my behalf. It is part of it. So you can do both. I can choose to pick it, invest it myself, or leave it with you, you invest it on my behalf. Okay. That's wonderful, but I don't know how you are going to reach out to all Muslims. Is it within Kampala, countrywide, national? So how are you going to? Are we going to have branches? Yes. We are going to have SACCO branches. That's wonderful. So in our meeting, I will let you know how my ministry will support you to kickstart this. There are those that would wish to work, to engage in any economic activity, halal, but they do not have capital. They do not have capital. And they fear, they don't want to go to banks because it is haram. Eh? Yes, it is haram. So I want my office to partner with you to give you halal money so that you can do halal business. So that you can do halal business, and we enjoy. You know, our sons, our brothers have been misled to participate in very dangerous activities. Very dangerous activities because of lack of what to do. Because they do not have money, they have no economic activities, so they are promised heaven. Once you do this, you are going to get this, and at the end of the day, they lose life. So this program, in fact, you are helping me, you are helping the government, and I have no choice other than working with you, partnering with you. So I want to implore all Muslim brothers and sisters to buy shares in this SACCO. And inshallah, I know this SACCO will have to grow into something bigger than something bigger than this. Yes. So please, this is our own. Let's embrace it. Let's join it. A share is 10,000. Who can afford to raise 10,000? People are eating. Every day they eat even unnecessary things. I have told them, you are already done with the lunch. Why do you have to eat chapati after 30 minutes? You eat rindas, you eat what? You are spending. So people must embrace saving culture. Yes, embrace saving culture. The money you save, it is for you and your family. The money you eat is for you alone. So you should prioritize saving. Prioritize saving. However, I know that this program is not for poor people. No. It is for it can help low-income earners. You see who is a poor person? Don't talk about poor people. They are not there. We have low-income earners. Poor people cannot perform pilgrimage. Even Allah cannot embrace that. But low-income earners, really. Because, you know, a poor person, these sheikhs can tell us, is an equivalent to, you know? So, so low-income earners, that should be the terminology, not poor people. Eh? People are not poor. People are not poor. They must be guided. We must support imams. I think it should be the first priority, supporting imams. Because you see, imams, they should be given, economic activities where they can earn something. Because they get diverted. They get diverted. He organizes maybe to someone to preach about health. Then he sees Haji Kanisa entering the mosque. Then he diverts. He starts preaching about offertories. You know, once you don't give, you will not get this, because he wants to attract, to persuade Haji Kanisa to do what? Why? Because they do not have, they are not earning. They are taking this as their economic base. So we want to support them. we want to support imams and sheikhs. Because they reflect the image of Islam, the Ummah. They reflect, you see an imam with a bent shoe. However, much, Haji Kalisa and others would be, enjoying or what, but the imam is, the image, the image portrayed is naughty. So I think we need to see how to help the imams. Number one, imams and sheikhs. But my office will partner with you because I don't have structures all over. But for you, we're going to have structures from Kampala up to the grassroots. So once I give you money, I know it will be delivered up to the grassroots person. Yes. So I want to assure you that actually my office will support you. And I want to invite you for a meeting as soon as you can get time. Yeah. Yeah, this week I'm free, so we can have time this week, and we see how best we can partner. Finally, allow me to. The final one would be to launch. You want me to buy shares? But these people have not bought shares yet. Once I launch, no, me ideally, I want to buy shares, but I should not exceed how many? As 10 million. Okay, I can buy for 5 million for the start. But this is not for you, it is for me. and I will be saving. I will be saving. In fact, I always encourage people to save daily. Don't save weekly, because you don't eat weekly. You eat daily. Why do you save? So I must save daily. My account, I want to open up an account, I save daily, however little it may be. Even if it is 5,000, I will save it, and it is my money. So I want to encourage all of you to save daily. Don't save monthly. You see, someone who brags around. For us, we are a saving society. We save 10,000 monthly. But 10,000, that means daily you are saving around 300 shillings, only 300 shillings. So it is shillings, 300 shillings. But 300 shillings you are saving to achieve what? You are saving daily 300 for what? So when you take it to be as a monthly saving, it is seen as a reasonable amount. But when you divide it by 30 days, it is very small. So me, I will be saving daily because I eat daily, I spend daily. You see, people do not want to save. Even Allah told us to save. But on the account, people do not want to save. What would you find there? You go to a mosque with a coin. You just a coin. You save a coin. You're putting a coin on your account. When you reach there, and you will spend most of your time there, how much, where will you get money to enjoy life there when you have no money? So you are saving a coin. So we must embrace saving culture. Yes, we must embrace saving culture. So I take it upon myself to officially
Thank you very much, Honorable. What I can say is to ask the congregation so that we all thank him by saying takbir. 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 Honorable is God sent, and he has answered all our prayers. Next now is to officiate, to launch Hijaz Community SACCO. I will ask Commissioner to come and Commissioner to go with us and we launch. I also ask Dr. Chisule for Sharia compliance to join us. And Sheikh Hafid, you can also join us at the launch. And thereafter, we buy shares. The minister has already bought 500 shares.
I hereby officially launch the Hijaz Community. Hijaz Community SACCO.
Takbir. Takbir.
I need to tell you that when I went for the MOU with Sheikh Kamoga, Yamuza signing our Sheikh Kamoga, you come and sign as well. We are signing MOUs with all the Muslim. Dr. Ahmed Sule, His Excellence, Eco Sharia Committee. Hafid, Director Sharia, now civil signing. We are using your Muslim structures to reach everyone countrywide. Sheikh Amir Daura. Fadal, he signed within seconds the MOU. Gabaga mulo zaffe tetuyina sente naye katubalage. Atabuligi tugenda bawaseka. Sheikh Sali nawe jango signing. Yatugamba muloza batabuligi tetuyina sente tugenda balaga kati. Tuba tuteekeye wammwe mu zitali halal. Naye n'atugamba let us sign nze mumbulire ntandika ddi okuyimbula. So Sheikh now signing for Uganda Muslim Council. For us we cut across. The commissioner on behalf of the corporates, Sebagala, atona agenda kugula shares mutwalo. Agenda tuwulira. Let me also sign. So even institutions, not only individuals, institutions are also allowed to come and buy shares. Council Kankaka for the lawyers, come and sign. For the lawyers, even your institution, your association can also buy shares. You buy as individuals, but also your association. Ali Chibirige Jangu, I saw your logo together with ours, which means you are one of our anchor. Yeah. Jango signing Sebo. And you can also buy as an individual or as BMK group. Jango nawe owa Ecolink yatukolede app
Mic doesn't work, does
owa Ecolink naye signing.
Eri jacket.
Chair, gender balance.
The ladies, where are the ladies?
We're here.
The vice chair is here. I have seen Fatma Katongole Jango signing.
Rahma Katongole.
The ladies, gender balance is very, very critical. Very good. Professor Sadat for the deans, the Dean of Faculty, Gulu University. Namu Mugulaba Gulu University. We don't discriminate.
Can we allow the ladies to come and sign?
Yes, the ladies come and sign.
Hajat Marriott, you're welcome. Welcome, salam.
Harriet
wa
Kalisa.
rahmatullah.
Come and represent Ruhama.
Yeah.
Represent Ruhama. Anyway, represent Ruhama. Very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are doing the signing on our logo that has been unveiled.
Represent Loca Plastics. Loca Plastics are going to buy. Pavel. So the ladies have signed. You can go back.
Thank you. Thank you. You may take your seats while we prepare for the last part of our program. Thank you very much for being patient. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Aunt Mariat. Thank you, Zura. Thank you, Zauja. You may take your seats, please. Thank you, Hajat.
So
You can use this.
I want to make one final announcement. I heard the chairman announce the arrival of Sheikh Chiti. Where is Sheikh Chiti?
All the way down. Sheikh Chiti.
Sheikh Chiti.
Agenza kusaza.
Oh. So he's a good man. I respect him, and I wanted to buy him shares, but no, but since he's not here,
Announce. Announce. We shall look for him.
you know, no, but I do not know whether he's willing to join the SACCO. So, but if he comes back,
The mere fact
then
that he's here, you are honorable.
Yeah.
It means that he's willing.
He's on the way. I have told him.
He's coming.
Okay, so I will.
He's there. Sheikh Chiti.
Yeah. This is my man. Of course, Sheikh, we have not met. Nkwagala nnyo. Nkwagala nnyo. Bw'owuliriza by'ayogera olunaku olumalako bulungi. Ne bw'oba onootera okwonooneka n'ojjayo otambula. Ne bw'oba obadde otandise okuba n'amalala ng'otereera. So nja kumugulirayo shares za miliyoni emu. Naye nalina n'ekirala kye ndowooza kansabe inshallah Allah ajja kunsobozesa. Kiri kutuukako inshallah mu budde bwakyo. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much. We'll ask the minister to sit briefly As we now go to our main function, the Hijaz is been launched. You can buy as many shares as you can. We already have people who can come to your tables, but we will ask a few of the big shots we have to agree that we approach them so that they lead the way. Like my twin brother, the Commissioner Mustafa, I ask Kadoyo, let's see, my commissioner tell us, aguze share meka, anina anyo mraragwa agulide.
1 million.
1 million.
Thank you so
Aguze shares
much,
are
1 million.
1 million. Management take note of that, banabakulu tujabanonya. And by the
Shifa,
way,
wherever you are, you can come close.
yeah, even in your own phone, you can go there, you register yourself and you pay. It will go to your account, you should be able to see it.
Shifa, please come closer and take note.
Okay, next will be Jango. Professor, Jango Wanogo, it is you and your institution. First you, then the institution. As well. Fadal. Professor Jagan.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. For me and my family, I'll buy each share is how much?
10,000.
I'll buy for 3 million.
MashaAllah, takbir.
And then for IUIU, I'm going to talk to management first.
Very good. Very good. Professor Sadat, we are starting with professors. Buy shares for you and for Gulu University.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nze kino kankyogere mu Luganda. Minister Honorable Kyeyune Kasolo, twebaza nnyo n'okwebaza ddala, Oluzungu ndwogera nnyo naye njagadde nkiteeke mu Luganda, okuba nti ofudde nnyo ku mwoyo gw'eggwanga bayimaamu bano. Ekintu ekyo ky'olowoozezzaako okulaba nti bayimaamu bafuna self empowerment, mubadde mbayita ku mikolo mubawa miceere n'ennyama ne soda naye balina famire. Kino ky'otaddewo okuba nti oba empawalinga balabirire famire zaabwe n'amaka gaabwe. Ekyo tusaba Mungu era ejjana Mungu atusaba usabirekeddwa Allah akuwejjana. Kintu kyekisinga obukulu mu bintu byonna byendabye nga otaddewo ensonga eyo sebo tukwebaza nnyo. Ekyokubiri, abasiraamu abayivu bangi abasobola okukola ku Sharia Council ngera bwe mbadde nkugamba, gavumenti etuukirire abantu abayivu babawa abantu bwe mwetaaga. Ekintu ekyo bagenda ne bagamba nti abasiraamu abayivu tebaliiwo, abasiraamu abasomesa Sharia bawera 20, fe aba PhD abali mu mateeka tuwere 10 ne awalala. So wabaawo ensonga yonna nga bagamba abasiraamu si bayivu mukulu Kasolo, ebifo byonna abasiraamu babisobola, n'ensonga eyo njagala ogituuse mu bakama baffe ti ensonga eno ate abasiraamu abasinga bawagira gavumenti. Ekyo nakyo njagadde okitegeere. So nje nagula share ya $1 nga patron w'abasiraamu ba Northern Uganda era nga General Secretary akulira abaddiinizi b'amateeka bonna mu Uganda. Assalamu alaikum.
Professor Sadat.
Chair, where can I take the mic?
Yes.
Where can I take the mic?
Take there to Ali Chibirige. Yechiikirire atachiikirire BMK Group. They've been supporting us. Our offices are here. Batugamba, and for boardroom, you're always welcome. Just give us the notice, and all our boardrooms are available for you. Twebaza nnyo nnyo nnyo, twebaza ddala.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam.
For myself and my family, it's 2 million.
MashaAllah. 2 million for him and his family.
BMK Group, first discuss.
BMK, they will discuss and get back.
Thank you so much.
You can give it to Hafiz, Director wa Sharia.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. On my own and my family, 500,000 shillings.
Mitwala 5. Dr. Chisule mukadde waffe tomubuusa. 1 million, Dr. Chisule, Jazakallah Khair. Waro Honorable next to Director Sharia, Ashraf. Are you writing?
I'm going to pay, starting with 200,000 because I came very far.
Yeah.
Then I'll move on, so I'll continue with that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Mudiridde Omulangira Humphrey Mutebi.
Shares of 300,000.
300,000.
Thank
Very
you so
good.
much.
Commissioner wano sokera wano wamukama waffe.
Mr. Commissioner.
Commissioner.
I'm coming from office of the registrar, but as a person,
Yeah.
I'll put 300,000.
300,000. Very good. Dr.
Thank you so
Luja,
much.
microfinance.
Dr. Luja, as a person and my family, my wife is there. 8 million.
MashaAllah. 8 million, Dr. Luja. MashaAllah.
And the Microfinance Support Center, I'm committing 20 million.
Oh. Microfinance Support Center, the minister is committing
Dr.
20
Luja,
million shares.
You're right.
Shares.
20 million shares, MSC.
Thank you, Honorable.
Thank you so much, Honorable.
Soko katwalire Amir Umma, then kakomewaawo. Amir Umma yatugambye mujja tulaba. Amir Umma.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Nze sirwa leero naye nzija ne ttiimu yange yonna inshallah.
Meka?
He'll be coming with his entire team, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Not today.
Jazakallah khair. Aha, the lady. There's a lady there. Fatima Katongole Hajat.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I think I will start with 500,000.
Thank you so much. Representing.
Bw'ogula shares kiba kitegeeza nti ofuuse nannyini Hijaz Community SACCO. Gy'ekoma okukula, shares zo gye zikoma okukula.
I will commit 300,000.
Ebibuuzo tujja byanukula, jazakallah.
Thank you so much,
Ne
Hajat.
ku website yaffe
Hajat
hijazfinance.com, there are
Assalamu
a
alaikum
set
wa
of
rahmatullahi
questions
wa
and answers.
For
We try
myself,
to
I'll
answer
give-
as much as possible. Please visit hijazfinance.com. Your questions are answered. Yes. Kasule School.
Yes, on behalf
Mecca.
of Kasule High will give 500 and mine will be 300.
MashaAllah.
So much.
Abawandiika muwandiike. We need,
I
where's
need to
management?
go to this table.
Okay.
Hajat Mayanja, ask them.
Awulira. You can volunteer. You can volunteer or just go to your Android. The app is there. Buy shares right away. You'll get your receipt. Then you know you own. You are not only part of it, but you own Hijaz Community SACCO.
Okay.
Oh, mashallah. Sheikh
Ted,
Wafi,
why pass the
Sheikh Sali,
microphone?
200,000 shares.
Do I pass the microphone?
Sorry?
To which direction?
Oh,
Yes.
ladies mainly. But we ladies, we are single saving. Tewali mulala atambula.
On my behalf and on behalf of my family, I'll commit 300,000.
MashaAllah, 300,000. 300,000. We're almost done. We'll just stamp a few since we cannot do it the whole day. But the app is there. You can also forward your pledges in front here. We will get them registered. And then our team will be calling you to follow up.
Chair, there is a pledge.
Yes.
I will buy for 1M.
The name?
Nakanyike Hamida.
Hajat Nakanyike Hamida.
Hajat Nakanyike, thank you. How much?
Representing
1 million,
the Plastic.
mashallah. And this remains your money, by the way. It is your money. It's not a donation. It is your money. You are investing. You are not only saving, but you're also investing. As a sentence, jakula. Share joguze kati at 10,000. You never know 1 year from now, it could be fetching you 100,000. So buy shares while they last. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum
Alaikum salam.
Me Hajat Mariat Kalisa. I will deposit 1 million.
1 million from Hajat Mariat Kalisa. Oyono yanzirako. Tatera kwagala mbyogere kwa mukaddiya. Mariat Kalisa tuwadde 1 million. Again, this is your money. It's not for Hijaz, it's your money. Our role is to grow it. Thank you. Zawja.
Yes, Zawja Mwanga, but I'm representing myself, not
Yes.
Luka.
Aha.
I'm putting 200,000.
200,000. Zawja Mwanga, 200,000. Where's Shamil? Aha. He will do on the app.
I think I should go this side.
Come this side, we balance, and then we make it a day.
Where do I
Again,
start from?
abakulu baabwe mabegaawo. That table. Aha. Jema.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Katereganga family tujja kugula emigabo gya million emu.
Million emu.
Ate nga Bukomansimbi Secondary School tujja kugula emigabo gya million emu.
Mashallah. Bukomansimbi ne Haji Katerega Honorable.
Simanyi oba Jema naye mujikiriza okugula emigabo. The million bbiri.
Tetugaana sente. Million bbiri tweyanza sebo. Go round.
Katerega nange nga Mahmoud Namuguzi njagula emigabo gya million bbiri.
Mashallah. Haji Katerega million bbiri. Yakubanga akapiira okyakakuba. Million bbiri.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yadde mukama wange agambye agenda tukunga tujje lumu naye ku lwa jamayiya nange emitwalo 50.
Mashallah, Jamahia.
Thank you so much.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alaikum salam warahmatullah.
Puleegi yange ng'omuntu nja kugirangulayo emigabo gya mitwalo 3.
Mashallah, webale Idris Kasauli.
Thank you so much, sir.
Aha. Waliwo Sheikh oyo.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alaikum salam.
Amannya gange nze Adnan Kiggundu naye ku lwa famire ya Haji Habibu Kiggundu jaggulayo emigabo gya mitwalo 5.
Aha, come, there is a well-dressed somebody 10 million. Aha.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam.
Tiba Dr. Swedi Kayangu Mali, 1 million.
Mashallah.
Dr. Rujona manyi bulungi inshallah.
Tweyanza sebo. Dakowali, then we will do the final item, which is the photo session. And then others will be contacting us. Our numbers are there on the website, on the social media. The office is here. Inshallah. Sente zamwe sizaffe. You are not spending. You are saving to grow.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa
Kulwa mitya Hijja ndi wumula office emitwalo 5.
Mashallah.
Thank you so much.
Who your Dr. Ahmed?
$500,000.
$500,000, doctor. Thank you. Aliku committee naye. Kanka korede about. I think we end it here, but download our app, Next will be a photo session.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, our Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of this session. Our last item on the program will be a photo session. We will then have our closing prayer, and then everybody will be at will to leave. Naye nga sinnaba kuyita photo session, Honorable Minister atusabye nti wetufunira akadde tugende mu ofisi ye. Honorable onnengeranga, Chairman tondekanga. I'll continue to do my PR job. My name is Zahara Ziwa. I'm in charge of PR for Hijaz, and I have been your MC today with my sister Husna. Thank you so much for joining us. Mwebale nnyo okujja. Next time bwe tubayita mujje. Thank you, and may Allah bless those pockets. Tusaba Allah fenna tutuukirize empagi eyo enkulu ey'obusiraamu. Thank you. We will have the photo session now.
Prince Ramadan Chimera aguze shares are 1 million through his son Ali. So, Honorable Minister, we can take a photo session. Namwe mujja kwekubya kwa kino kyammwe katusooke emmeeza eno, then Minister tumuwerekere, musigale nga mugula shares, mwekubye ebifaananyi wano, mubeere proud of Hijaz Community SACCO. The IDB, come in front, sir. Islamic Development Bank, Dr. Achaliyo. You know, comrade, not.
This one is here.
Yeah. Dr. Luja.
This is a very powerful man. Oh, you have been here.
You actually need to sign there.
Here. We have this man. We have achieved.
Thank you. Thank you. We will have a closing prayer. Sheikh Dr. Ashraf.
we could have a closing prayer, and then we can interact. I will ask, is it okay? Or Dr. Chisule, would you please lead us in a closing prayer?
آمنوا بكم فآمنا ربنا فاغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا وأخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملت الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين والسلام عليكم.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you would wish to be registered, we have a team outside. They will register you. Yeah. The team at the back of this hall will be registering whoever is interested in buying shares. You can also register online. And Dhuhri prayer at Masjid Musa. Thank you so much. May Allah guide you and protect you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, everyone.
I'm also the president of Remax Uganda.
Haji Haruna Kalude Mwanga. I am a director in BMK Group. I'm humbled and honored to be a director of Hijaz Community SACCO.
Also a director at Capital Markets Authority.
Dr. Ibrahim Sali. I'm an academician, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm also a senior religious leader at continental level.
Please, there is a desk, a support desk, for those who want to register. You can register before you leave this room. You can register through the app. You download, go to Play Store, go to Google Play Store and download Hijaz Finance app. And then you can sign up on yourself. If you need support, you can go to the desk. Those who need support to register, please proceed to the desk at the back of this room to be helped. Thank you.
Hajj is an important pillar who has capacity to be able to perform Hajj.
And the Hijaz community SACCO is fully registered with the government of Uganda, and we are there lawfully.
One of the main factors on which we are basing on is for every Muslim woman and man to do Hajj at least in their lifetime, because this is
Settings. They
part
can
of the 5 pillars of
Hajj,
Islam.
they can
Those who have avenues for which
settings.
who wish to perform hijab, which is the fifth pillar of Islam, can easily mobilize savings. Every other year, hijab rates increase because of development. It's my pleasure to introduce to you an Islamic finance, a best saving and credit cooperative. Our mission is to make Hajj affordable and provide Islamic finance best products.
Let us create a money gathering.
Islamic perspective,
Our life is
is changing a lot. There's COVID now. Over the last 2 years, we haven't
The
been
data
able
is
to
incorrect.
do Hajj.
Try again.
So we never know what's going to happen in the future.
Not right.
This community SACCO, the Hijaz Community SACCO, has come up to make this, to give this opportunity to every Muslim, at least in their lifetime, to be able